Welcome to the Green Tea channel. This is Tristan. It's good to have the Green Tea team back for this third ever live stream for the Green Tea channel. A big thank you and much appreciation for everyone who has liked, shared, and subscribed to the channel, and given their input, had a dialogue and shared what's going on for them over the topics I've been covering over the past 4 months now. This channel started on the 26th of March 2020, day one of the lockdown, and I've been covering topics as they come up to do with our freedoms, rights. And I'm finding that the Green Tea team members that are involved, members contributing, they tend to be free thinking type people, critical thinking type people who want to know answers, and are not people who are not following blindly. And I really appreciate that, because in this dialogue of sharing information between each other, it's helped me become informed, and I hope that me sharing things that I have learned has been helpful to other people as well. I'll just start off by saying that I'm not an expert in telecommunications, but I have done some research on 5G, and our current 4G network is operating at 2.4 gigahertz, and basically these larger cell towers cover a large area. So in total here we have a population of around 30,000 people, a fairly spread out environment, and we have several large towers spread out, and they cover this large area of landmass at this fairly low frequency of 2.4 gigahertz. And the 5G network, which they are wanting to bring in, and they're starting to bring in, I have seen it in Auckland, I have seen it in other places around the country. A shout out to Sue Gray from the Outdoors Party. She has done some good work bringing information to the government about 5G, and I'd just like to acknowledge her. And so the 5G requires, it operates between 30 and 300 gigahertz. So it's a huge increase in gigahertz and power compared to the 2.4 gigahertz we are currently operating within, and also the large distance between cell towers that covers a large area. So the 5G requires thousands of antenna and towers. They need a cell tower or an antenna on a lamppost every 200 to 300 meters, because the wave is a lot denser. It is a dense wave. They call it a millimeter wave. And I've seen it in Auckland. They put it on top of lampposts. So they have the main towers, and then they have these repeater type towers and at regular intervals. So I know in Auckland, in some places, they have little pockets of 5G coverage. And my main issue with this is I have not heard any solid proof or factual data that 5G is safe for humans, plants, and animals over a period of time. And I know people talk about the safety of cell phones. You know, are cell phones, is cell radiation safe? And they talk about but I have seen experts in telecommunications that work for telecommunications companies talk under oath to say that they do not know the long-term safety of 5G on humans. And I do not want 5G towers on my children, grandchildren's school, on hospitals, on this type of thing, without having solid factual evidence and proof that it is safe for plants, humans, and animals. And when people in the industry are saying that they have not done the correct or safety testing to prove that these cell towers that would be on every street that would have 5G coverage, that is a concern to me. If there were studies, clear studies that would say that 5G is safe, and this is the factual proof that proves it is safe, we could be having a different discussion. And I'd just like to acknowledge, just for a moment, the New Zealand Public Party, because a concern for me is the industry influence on the regulatory bodies. These giant telecommunications companies, what influence are they having on the regulatory bodies in the country? I know this current government we have lowered the safety standard to get 5G across the line. They haven't proven that 5G does meet the current safety standard for electromagnetic energy, for microwave energy, for radiation energy, but they have lowered the safety standard. And that is a big concern to me, because what influence have these big corporations, multi-billion dollar, trillion dollar corporations, have on influencing the regulatory bodies of countries? And that is very concerning to me, to know that our government has lowered the safety standard, which should not happen without public consultation, to make this technology safe and the lower standard. But could they prove that it was safe to the higher standard? And the New Zealand Public Party, their public health and safety is a prime mandate. So they, in their policies, public health and safety is a prime mandate over corporate profits and interests. So public health and safety is a prime mandate over corporate profits and interests. And that includes issues like 5G, fluoridation, vaccination, which is a big concern at the moment with the current situation we're facing, pharmaceuticals, big pharma, waste, and food products. So a shout out to the New Zealand Public Party for putting that in their policies, protecting the people. That is such a key component that the government and the regulatory bodies need to have in place. And I know the New Zealand pub exceeded the standard. What do you mean, Flying Gabrielle? What do you mean they exceeded the standard regulatory anyway? What exceeded the standard? Just while she's answering that, the New Zealand Public Party is having an announcement. They're announcing their coalition partners in Auckland this Sunday, the 26th of July. I encourage people, if you're around there, to get along, support the New Zealand Public Party. It's Sunday, Logan Campbell Centre, 1 to 3 p.m. this Sunday in Auckland. Get there, show your support. You know, free thinkers, we see the agendas, we know what's going on behind the scenes. So, and there's going to be a campaign announcement and coalition, and the election campaign will beginning. So I don't know what that question means, Gabrielle, that they'll exceed the standard. Do you mean that they will be able to in some way manipulate and get in, or they'll exceed? What standard will they exceed? Because my main concern is 5G has not been proven safe for humans, animals, and plants. I don't know all the ins and outs of exactly. Oh, nice. That's good. Where are you from, Owen? Whereabouts are you heading up from for the presentation on Sunday? That's good to hear. I was thinking about going up from Taupo here. Oh, Tauranga, nice. A shout out to Tauranga. I was thinking about going up from Taupo here on Sunday, but I have another engagement in Napier and Hastings on Saturday, so I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling on the weekend. So I would like to actually do a live stream or record some of it and do an episode from that meeting in Auckland. Elon Musk also has been approved to launch 20,000 5G satellites. That's the other side. That's the other side of this. So there is the land base of the there's the land base of the repeater towers every 200 to 300 meters, plus the cell towers that are high, the bigger towers, and then there is the satellite feedback they need, the 5G satellites, and they are putting them up, thousands of them up at the moment. Elon Musk has been approved to launch 20,000. I'll just answer this. Look at this question. Corporations regularly ignore safety standards, correct? For profits. Look at the record. Well, yeah, I agree with that. It's only problematic when they're caught. That's what I meant. Thank you for clarifying that. Yeah. And we can see a history over time of corporations putting things in public play for profits, and then they get caught. There's a history of this type of thing happening, and yeah, ignoring safety standards. So I really appreciate that question. So I think it's really relevant at this time that corporate interests and profits are not put ahead of safety of the population and public. And we don't know the effects of these 20,000 whatever satellites they put up into space to interface with all of these thousands, tens of thousands of repeaters and satellites that they need to get this millimeter wave 5G technology. And just another thing, in the places, the hotspots of the V word, since the virus outbreak, is there any correlation between rollout of 5G in China, in America, in these places? They rolled it out in Wuhan, they rolled it out in other places. Is there any correlation between the rolling out of 5G and the health effects that people... I'm not saying there's any... Maybe there's a virus, a V word. Maybe the 5G is having some effects on the human body. Maybe it's weakening the immune system that makes a person more susceptible to come down with a V word. I do not know. But it does seem coincidental that these hotspot places, majority, not all, have had a 5G rollout in conjunction with high numbers of V word. The other question I have is, do people want 5G? Those are my two questions. Is it safe? Do people want it? Yeah, I am not. There's no need for me personally that I would need 5G for. I'm quite happy with the 4G coverage, the speeds I'm getting with that type of thing. And I know in China and some places like this where they have the 5G in some cities, they're these totalitarian communist police states where they need the spacing, they have the face recognition, they need the fast-paced internet to instantly recognize faces and correlate their what they're doing with their control of the people. And I am totally against that. I think I will do another live stream on the election. And also, if anyone has topics that they would like discussed, I've been doing this YouTube for 4 months now. I don't get pushed by YouTube because my topics are controversial and not PC. I just call it how I see it. And if anyone has information or a topic they would like discussed, just drop it in the comments. I've left an email on my previous videos if anyone wants to share information or would like a topic discussed. But this election is a vital time for New Zealand and our freedoms and rights, which have been etched away. And a lot of people are concerned. And and I will put the links to the 5G towers and that type of thing, the information I have been gathering on 5G when I repost this. I'm going to wrap it up now. Have courage. Speak your truth. Support each other. Have faith and have fun. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Peace out. Thank you for watching.